You ever get to the point that you realize, okay, I'm gonna have to do this a little different than what I planned? With Memorial Day, this thing still isn't planted. Not even finished tilling it yet. So that's exactly where we're at. We're gonna have to make adjustments on the fly, and it's just gonna have to be the way it is. I mean, here's my tiller. It runs. The motor runs fine. It's 10 years old, it's doing fine. But this little devil right here, the tine adjustment is off. I can't get the tines to go at all. I think I will get it done eventually, but right now, it's just a problem. I'm not extraordinarily mechanical anyways, just to be honest. That's just the way it is. I can't adjust that. I've had to do it before. I've been working on it. I think we're almost there, but I'm getting sick and tired of having these beautiful pepper plants that Angela Kay's worked so hard on, not planted. Okay, just simply put. We're gonna be doing things differently anyways, so I figured out, hey, I might as well. The garden's half tilled, or a little more maybe. The spot we're gonna put the peppers is ready to go, so why not go ahead and get them in while I can. Now, as you can see, I got my old tape measure out, doing my precise count because I'm a little obsessive that way, just to be honest with you. But also, I like to plan it out a little bit, especially when you're doing things that are a little different. You wanna make sure that you have an idea, at least, of what you're looking at, your space. That way when you plan stuff out and when you're doing things differently, you can plan it out and really get an understanding of what am I doing here, right? Especially since we haven't done it this way before, we really want to make sure that we understand, okay, we're not crazy, this will actually work. And also, like, we're not putting tomatoes in this garden this year, so there's different space being used. It matters. It's going to look totally different. You know, we're putting beans in places we didn't put beans before, peppers in places we didn't put peppers before, and you know, and using, you know, putting melons everywhere. We didn't put melons in here before. You know, we're doing things differently. There's no corn. We love growing popcorn. We've talked about it all the time. We're not growing it this year because we didn't eat it all. We stopped eating it. So like, it's one of those deals where if you're not eating what you've grown, or not eating all of it, or not producing exactly what you think you're going to produce, then just do something different. And that's exactly what we're doing. So before I get started planting these peppers, I decided to make sure I knew exactly how wide the spots were where I was gardening at, how far apart I wanted these rows to be. And so I took time to measure that out, measure the width of the rows, look at it, make sure I'm planting the peppers where I want them at, measure the full length of the pepper row. You know, that way I know exactly what I was looking at again, because you're gonna miss the mark a little bit, just to be honest with you. So I want to make sure I knew exactly how long the pepper row was, and then I decided to go ahead and measure out where each pepper plant was going to go, you know, how far apart they were going to be, how far apart each thing was going to be. And as you can see, as I went and sat down where the peppers are going to be at right here, I'm doing things a little unconventional possibly. I'm not sure. I don't really know how everybody else does it, but this is how I decided to do it this year. We operate under the belief, under the idea here that peppers need a friend. They don't need the full spacing that you might hear. That they actually need to be close enough to where they can touch a little bit. Just a hair, just the leaves can touch some. So we kind of keep them a little closer. So what I've done is we're planting 4 pepper plants of each variety that we're growing, and I'm putting them in a square foot, right? So I put one pepper plant down, go 12 inches to the right, put another one down, 12 inches to the back, put another one down, 12 inches to the other side, put another one down. And you're taking up about 1 square foot, a little bit more, honestly, than a square foot by the time you really get them planted. But in general square foot area, you will have 4 pepper plants. So I just did that the entire length of the row, all the way down. So, and we're planting Emerald Giant Green Bell, then a Hausinator red, but it's not Hausinator. It's a red bell. It's a hybrid from Haus Tools. Then we're planting a yellow bell. You know, we're planting an orange bell. These are all Hausinator hybrids, or Haus hybrids. I'm not sure if they're all Hausinator or what they're called. Okay, but we're doing all that. And our Marconi from Haus Tools, and then the little snacking delight, sweet delight peppers. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but again, it's another hybrid from Haus. And so because there's several different bell peppers, try to make sure that we space them apart. Like, I know the first, and by the way, when you're doing this, make sure your labels are right. But when you plant, make sure that you look at the label of the plant, and then make sure that's the one you're supposed to be planting. Because by the way, I've mixed them up before, just not looking at the labels, right? And then I'll put like a note in my phone to show the order because we'll forget. Honestly, you're going to forget. So then I'll make a note in my phone for the order. But I want to make sure that we were going to have 2 bell peppers side by side anyways. I want to make sure I knew where they were at. So it's green bell, then red bell, then Marconi, because it's not a bell, so it'd be obvious which one it is. Then a yellow bell, because okay, another bell pepper. Then the sweet little delight snacking peppers next, and then the orange bell. Okay, so that way there's only 2 bells that are side by side and I know where they're at. And now again, we're doing things a little differently than we've done in the past. Once again, we're trying to simplify the process. That's a lot of what we're doing, is simplifying things this year. So we used to use blood meal, bone meal, kelp meal, all this other stuff, right? 3 or 4 different fertilizers. And by the way, those cost money, right? Then a general fertilizer, you know, all this stuff, they all cost money. So you add up the cost there, and you add up the cost to something else, and you realize it's all the same. So this year, we're just doing Trifecta Plus. All right, 1 fertilizer. That is an absolutely fantastic fertilizer, by the way. Yes, it looks expensive, I agree. Luke at My Gardener does an amazing job making sure that you're not paying too much for it. Added up the cost for all the stuff we bought before, added up the cost to a lot of this, it's the same. It was absolutely the same. So why not buy 1 really good fertilizer that's an all-purpose, that, by the way, it gives you instructions on the back of the bag on how much to use. He knows what he's thinking, talking about, so I trust him. So that's what we're doing. We're just using Trifecta Plus and the amount that the bag says to use for everything, which the bag says 3 tablespoons per plant, so that's what we're going to do. And it's just very simple. Very, very simple. Get you a good hole dug, right? Dig out a good hole. Put your fertilizer in there. We're using a very exact method of fertilizing called the old paper bathroom cup. Angela said she thinks that's about 3 tablespoons, so I'm going to go with it. I'll believe Angela K. She measures when she cooks by eyesight, so kind of the same right here, right? Just measuring here. Beautiful pepper plants, they're root bound, but they're not too bad. But you can see they're starting to discolor because they need to get planted. That's why we're doing this. Pop that sucker down in there. Fill it up. Give it a good dance, right? Give it a lot of support with the soil. A lot of support. And move along. Now I got 24 of these to do, and I will spare you the details, okay? And here we are, 24 peppers later, we got them down. Now honestly, it's a lot of work for my knees, but it's really rewarding. I don't mind it. It looks great, honestly. It's maybe not perfectly straight. Let me see. It's straight enough. It's not gonna be perfect. And it's okay. Honestly, that's something I've had to learn, is that it's okay if it doesn't look 100% perfect, because it'll just stink and destroy you mentally and make you take a lot longer if you want to get it exactly symmetrically right. Okay, it's just not going to be that way all the time, and that's fine. And really truly, these are 24 peppers that we've never grown before. Never grown any of these varieties before. We did a complete 180 on our gardening this year, and because again, if you're not getting the results that you want, quit doing that thing. Right? Do something different, because we've done something totally different. Put them in a little bit different spot. Usually they're right up there. Now we're back a little bit. We've got 24 peppers never grown. Six varieties have never grown before, and we're really excited about it. And hopefully, prayerfully, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll have a beautiful harvest of peppers this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.